Welcome to Spain for the third round of the 2019 Tour European Rally. The 50th edition of Rallye de Ferrol is held on the stages of northwest Spain. The rally is hosted in the town of Ferrol, a city opened on the Atlantic Ocean in the Glacier region, famous for fishing and for its naval base. Ferrol in Spain, together with Antibes in France, Roeselare in Belgium, Cluj-Napoca in Romania, and Sion in Switzerland will host the events of the 2019 Tour European Rally, the new concept of rally series in Europe. The 50th edition of Rallye de Ferrol runs over 2 days, 13 special stages, for a total of 165 timed kilometers, very difficult for true experts. The drivers faced the first stage, the TER Cooking Show contest, where in the presence of the mayor of Ferrol, Angel Mato Escalona, they show their culinary attitudes by preparing a typical local dish, pulpo gallego. The jury, after tasting the dishes, ruled that the drivers were up to the task, and all the dishes were delicious.
Very good, very good.
The Rallye de Ferrol celebrates its 50th edition by hosting the Tour European Rally Series. In this occasion, 3 Tour European Rally drivers decide to play their TER Joker in Ferrol. After a big crash the weekend before during a national event, Luxembourg's Steve Fernandez and Belgian Oliver Beck come to Ferrol thanks to their team that rebuilt their Skoda Fabia R5 quickly.
It's the first time I'm here in Rallye Ferrol. The special is very technical, very fast, and I hope I can go the speed with the front, but it's very difficult.
At their third year in Tour European Rally, German Stefan Gottig and Natalie Solbach-Schmidt will try to get maximum points in Spain with their Skoda Fabia R5.
Yeah, the rally is quite difficult. The stages are fast, challenging, and a lot of gravel, and I guess the Spain guys would be really fast.
In TER two-wheel drive trophy, German Norman Kruder also plays his joker, taking advantage of the absence of 2018 TER two-wheel drive trophy winner, Romanian Alex Philipp.
First time here, we were surprised how challenging the rallies, the stages are. So even the 3 kilometers of the shakedown exhausted us a lot. So today we have 60 kilometers, so we have to see. We don't know what will come.
The level of competition in the 2019 Tour European Rally is enriched by the presence of some big names from Spain. The young promise Roberto Bloch with a Citroën DS3 R5, Alvaro Muniz driving a Ford Fiesta R5, and the leader of Spanish Tarmac Championship, Ivan Aries, with a Hyundai i20 R5. Rallye de Ferrol is a very complicated race. I think it's of the most difficult I have raced so far. Endurance is key. The special stages are very difficult, narrow, and it's really easy to puncture or to make mistakes due to the many rocks on the road. It's a survival rally rather than a sprint one. The The fight for the win starts now. Nearby in Ferrol, someone else is starting their journey. These pilgrims will reach Santiago through the Way of St. James, Camino de Santiago. We will follow their adventure. The Rally Week gave drivers the chance to visit the fantastic places of the Galicia region and Ferrol. Under the Spanish sun, drivers are ready to race the 50th edition of Rallye de Ferrol. The Hyundai driver Ivan Ares is the fastest in the opening test. The Spanish, co-driven by David Vasquez, pushes hard to also win the successive stage ahead Roberto Bloch's Citroën DS3 R5, who already lost 57 seconds from the leader.
Trasfondo por centro 95 vistos, izquierda 9 menos y en 40 izquierda 6.
The young Citroën driver with Jose Murado at his side fights with the local Alvaro Muniz's Ford Fiesta R5, who signed the third time in SS1 just 6 seconds behind Bloch. But in the successive stage, he abandons the race due to a mechanical failure.
Pour gauche 3 millions qui ferme. Pour gauche 3 millions qui ferme. Et 63 315 calme, petite corde, direct gauche droite court, pas corde.
For the first time at Rallye de Ferrol, Steve Fernandez, co-driven by Olivier Beck, is third after 2 stages with his Skoda Fabia R5. A good position for him looking forward for the championship standings. The Luxembourg driver preceded the twin car of German Steffen Gottig and Natalie Solbach-Schmidt, fourth after the first 2 stages. In TER two-wheel drive trophy, Spanish Edgar Vigo and Fatima Ameniro are the leader with their Peugeot 208 R2 by 1 minute on the Citroën DS3 R3T of Norman and Michaela Kruder. The German crew, unlucky in their TER previous appointment in Antibes, where they were forced to retire while first in the trophy, are fighting with the Ford Fiesta R2 of Spanish Ignacio Brana, just 1.2 seconds behind them. Due to a crash on SS2, Iago Gabieres and Diego Vasquez leave the race while leaders in TER2 Cup. In the 50th Rallye de Ferrol overall classification, the Citroën C3 R5 of Pepe Lopez is the leader with 3.1 seconds on Ares and 10.1 seconds on Victor Senra. Second part of leg 1, and nothing changes in Tour European Rally standings. Ares continues to push hard, and his advantage is growing. He gives 54 seconds to Blanc Citroën on third stage and 10 seconds on the fourth, the Ferrol Super Special Stage.
Derecha 10, 95. Izquierda 9 menos dentro, 55. Derecha 8 menos a más poco carril, Sabra 10, no ceñir, 85. Izquierda 10 larga, 125 vistos. Derecha 9 menos Til, 75 por ras. Frenar en ras, para izquierda 7 menos se abra más.
The faster Hyundai driver closes the first day with a solid leadership.
Et 40 gauche 3 plus, corde, au droite 5, sortie sommet en frein, et 20 mètres droite 3 plus ouvre. 20 mètres droite 3 plus ouvre, et 20 mètres, attention, quittez gauche 3 moins calme, gravier trace. Droite 3 plus ouvre, et quittez gauche 3 moins.
After Muniz's retirement, Steve Fernandez managed his third place on Stefan Gottig's fourth, who lost precious time in the last special stage of the day, hitting a chicane.
80, rechts 3.
In TER two-wheel drive trophy, Edgar Vigo dominates the first day of competition with his Peugeot 208 R2. Ignacio Brana overtakes Kruder and closes second in the trophy.
70, Abzweig S, links 2, Umkreisel. In Abzweig, links 3. 150, Abzweig rechts 2.
In Rallye de Ferrol overall classification, Pepe Lopez maintains the leadership by 6.9 seconds on Aries Hyundai and 36.9 seconds on Senra's C3R5.
Bueno, el primer día está yendo bastante bien para nosotros. La verdad que la
The first day was great for us. We are first in TER and fighting for first position overall with the Citroën of Lopez. Differences between the cars are minimal. We are pushing to the maximum and we will fight hard tomorrow for the win. Ivan Aries and David Vasquez lead the race after leg one. Meanwhile, someone is following the steps of an ancient tradition. A wet tarmac awaits drivers and fans at the start of day 2. The drivers are now focused on the 5th special stage, the power stage of the Tour European Rally, which, as per the regulations, will award 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 bonus points for the championship standings. Spanish's Ivan Aries and David Vasquez start the day by pushing hard with their Hyundai. Don't miss the opportunity and win a TER power stage ahead of Bloch Citroën.
Frenar, izquierda 2, vuelve, 85. Derecha 99, se cierra 8, P buena, 165.
Three additional points for Gottig, who signs the third time in front of Fernandez and Brana.
Frein masqué, tenir, droite 3 15, petite corde. 40, gauche 6, Milon en frein, pour 20 mètres, droite 3 15, ouvre, en sommet tenir. Il ouvre en sommet tenir. Alors, gauche 6, Milon, attends, merde.
Aries wins also SS5, 6, 7, and seems that they won't give a chance to contenders to fight with them.
Salen 25, izquierda 5, P buena fondo, 90.
Roberto Bloch follows in second place at 3 minutes 12 seconds after 7 special stages.
25.
the Citroën DS3 driver suffers the wet tarmac found in the morning. A careful start of second day for Steve Fernandez and Olivier Beck. The Skoda Fabia crew is third and first of foreign drivers. A good start of second day for Stefan Gottig and Natalie Solbach-Schmidt, who signed a third-time scratch on SS5 and fourth in SS6 and 7. The fourth place in TER classification is very important for their series standings. In TER two-wheel drive trophy category, the faster Edgar Vigo, fifth in TER overall, manages his advantage on Brana's Fiesta R2.
Rechts 5, 80 Achtung, rechts 3.
Norman Kruder is third in the trophy with his Citroën DS3 R3T.
80, rechts 5 lang, 40.
The German driver has a great chance to overtake Alexandru Philipp in TER two-wheel drive trophy standings, and he doesn't want to lose it. In Rallye de Ferrol overall classification, Ivan Ares attacks, takes the leadership on the SS5, but Pepe Lopez reacts immediately and wins SS6 and 7 to return to the top of the standings by 11.5 seconds. Third, in a quiet position, follows Victor Senra at 1 minute 40 seconds from the leader Lopez. Ivan Ares leads the race after 7 special stages. Three stages to go. Ivan Ares and David Vasquez will try to manage the wide advantage on block in TER standings, and they will also try to take the leadership in rally overall classification after a great fight with Pepe Lopez from the beginning. But anything can still happen. Ares is the fastest in overall standings of Rallye de Ferrol in the 8 and 9 tests, but Lopez manages his advantage and keeps the first place. When he was almost sure of the victory in TER two-wheel drive trophy, leaders from the beginning, Edgar Vigo and Fatima Amenario, crash in the penultimate stage and lose the first step of the category podium. Thanks to Vigo's retirement, Ignacio Brana and Raquel Ruiz take the victory in the trophy.
Links 6 minus lang split.
Second category place for Norman and Michaela Kruder, who, thanks to the final result in Galicia, take the leadership in the 2019 TER two-wheel drive trophy. With a good second leg, twice third-time scratchers German Stefan Gottig and Natalie Solbach-Schmidt take the fourth position and the second in championship standing after round 3.
Gauche 4 court au frein et 20 mètres et droite 3-15 à la maison. 20 mètres et droite 3-15 à la maison. 20 mètres droite gauche 4 court calme sur sommet. 40 mètres gauche 3-15.
A great performance for Steve Fernandez and Olivier Beck, who, with a clever race, get the third step of the podium and become the new leader of the Tour European Rally Championship.
Derecha 92, 250 vistos.
Roberto Bloch and Jose Morado close a difficult rally with a great second position in TER.
175. Frenar y en ras izquierda 10 menos alta, paran 25, derecha 82, 35, frenar izquierda 5 buena, 60 vistos.
With a fantastic race, always in control, all special stages won, Ivan Ares and David Vasquez, the Hyundai i20 R5, win the third round of the 2019 Tour European Rally, 50th edition of Rallye de Ferrol.
Los ganadores, they are the winners, vincitores, van here en esta prueba. Iván Ares, David Vázquez. Team number 8, third place, Steve Fernández, Oliver Beck. Second place para el local team, para Roberto Blatch, José Murado. Y los ganadores, vencedores en esta prueba, Iván Ares, David Vázquez.
Muy contento, ¿no?, de lograr la victoria en el Tour European Rally. La verdad
I am very happy for the victory in the Tour European Rally. It's a fantastic championship.
La verdad que aquí jugaba en casa.
Being at home, I had an advantage on my rivals. But I'm still very proud. The organizers of the championship were great, and I'm thinking of joining one on the next events.
¿Y por qué no pensar en estar en alguna prueba más?
Andrea Gini de Ago Competition Watches para los ganadores, esa línea de relojes que tiene el ilustre expiloto de rallies. Momento de celebración, siempre hacia adelante, los tres mejores equipos del TER.
Ivan Ares, Roberto Bloch, and Steve Fernandez is the TER podium in Galicia. Steve Fernandez and Olivier Beck are the new championship leaders.
Team Spirit Award to the FS Sport Team. They have an accident, they have an incident last week, and they have worked really hard to be here, to be at this race of the turn. So thanks for your effort, thanks for being here, and congratulations for their Team Spirit Award.
The pilgrims have finally reached the Cathedral of Santiago, where the remains of St. James are buried. Like them, many tourists all year long visit this region, walking or biking from all over the world. The Tour European Rally will return in September from the 6th to the 7th in Belgium with Konxien Omloop van Vlaanderen Rally.